Hi, I'm Erin Hawley, the Vice President of Public Sector at Instabase. Over the last couple of years, our nation has experienced historic economic and social challenges. We've seen firsthand how the public can rely on the government and their industry partners to provide the resources and information they desperately need in an efficient manner. It is often the government and industry heroes that bear a large portion of that responsibility, and they frequently do so without the praise they deserve. Instabase is proud to introduce these winners and their stories. Our hope is that they inspire and impact you as much as they have us at Instabase. Congratulations to all of the 2022 Service to the Citizen Award winners.
Hello, my name is Jim Gayhart, retired and former president of Centra. For those of you who don't know, Centra is a provider of contact center services headquartered in Kentucky. I'm extremely humbled in receiving this award and would like to thank Martha and the Service to the Citizen team for their efforts in promoting a better citizen experience. While I am the one receiving the award, it is truly an award earned by the entire Centra team, especially our frontline agents who day in and day out have a passion to please and provide extraordinary service to the citizens of this country. Centra was created in 2002 for the purpose of focusing on the public sector market. If you recall, 2002 was a time that our country was still reeling from the attacks of 9/11. We wanted in some small patriotic way to support the citizens of this great country during this very uncertain time. We even named a company Centra, which is a derivative of Centurion, meaning On Guard for America. One of our very first programs was a Highway Watch program where the objective was to utilize the truck drivers to be on guard for America, being on the lookout for both safety and security concerns. Most of you remember the DC sniper and the ongoing terror he created in the DC metro area during late 2002. One proud moment for the Highway Watch program was when it was a truck driver that identified the DC sniper at a rest stop in Maryland. Another interesting side note is that that truck driver was from Kentucky. While this particular incident was certainly more noteworthy than most, let's not forget that even the most mundane of interactions are important to that citizen in need of support. From these humble beginnings, Centra has been blessed with growth and expanded opportunities to support the great citizens of this country. It is this meaningful work that drives each and every one of us at Centra. Thanks and congratulations to all of the other award winners.
Hi, my name is Joshua Devine, and I would like to start by saying how honored I am to be recognized with a Lifetime Achievement for delivering Service to the Citizens Award. I recently retired from the United States Public Health Service in the Department of Health and Human Services, and throughout my career as a health leader, I'm truly thankful to have had opportunities to serve our country. Whether it was working on the rollout of the Affordable Care Act, helping bring health coverage to millions of Americans, or more recently, helping lead our federal response to COVID-19, focused on protecting and treating Americans during a global pandemic, it's been an incredible honor and privilege to serve. Some of my most memorable experiences include working with individuals and families to help people navigate our programs and connect with the support and care they need. I always felt that these interactions provided a powerful reminder about why we hold our position in government and how important it is to maintain a service-oriented mindset in our work. Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to work with some tremendous public servants and teams who were dedicated and brought their best every day, motivated by a strong desire to help others. They are the reason that I'm being recognized for this award today. So I want to say thank you to each of them for the service that they continue to bring to our citizens. And finally, as I wrap up, I'd like to take a moment and say congratulations to our other award winners. It's an honor to be recognized alongside each of you. Thank you.
My name is Amy Fong, and I'm a mathematical statistician at the Office of Disability Employment Policy at the Department of Labor. I think the most important thing that we do is that we raise awareness about the employment situation of people with disabilities. I think the most important thing that I bring to my job every day is a curiosity and a willingness to learn from people who've had different experiences than I have. I love being able to take new things that I've learned about how other people experience the world and apply it to my work or elevate their stories through research, data analysis, and statistics. We produce research that informs federal policymakers, but we also reach advocacy groups, human service providers, private sector employers, and policymakers in the state and local government. And each of those types of organizations learn from our research and also contribute to our research. I'm really honored and grateful to be receiving the Rising Star Award this year. And I'm super proud because I work on a team of incredibly passionate people at ODEP. And I love that the platform that ODEP has created in advocating for and designing policies that advance the employment success of people with disabilities is constantly growing.
Hello, my name is Dr. Richard Linton. I'm the Deputy Director for Engagement and Innovation and the Navy Survey Program Manager. I'd like to thank the Service to the Citizen Committee for nominating me and recognizing me as the Department of Defense Award winner. I'd also like to thank my team who, without their support, this would not be possible. As the Navy Survey Program Manager, I work with customers across the Navy every day. Submariners, aviators, surface warfare officers, and enlisted. We serve them all. One of my proudest moments over the last few years has been moving the Navy from a predominantly paper and pencil-based collection model to an all-digital delivery and collection model. Through new tools, we are leveraging natural language processing and artificial intelligence to help us provide better and faster feedback to sailors and leaders at scale. This is allowing the Navy to make better decisions about diversity, equity, and inclusion, retention, and to help move the Navy towards a better future. The Navy is getting real about getting better, and I look forward to being part of that journey. Thanks again to my team and for all those who have helped make this possible.
Hello, I'm Fred Adams, and I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of the General Services Administration's Transition Inventory and Reporting Team. As you may know, one of the government's top priorities for the continuity of telecommunications is the seamless transition of services from expiring contracts to better and improved services under the Enterprise Infrastructure Solutions contracts to support our agency in their missions. Our Transition Inventory and Reporting Team manages more than 30 million records for over 220 agencies and works tirelessly to ensure accurate, efficient reporting. We're responsible for maintaining the data records that are the vital foundation for accurate telecommunications transition. We enjoy building relationships with our federal customers and industry partners and take pride that our products may be used by GSA to manage the transition program and make strategic decisions, and that agencies save time and money from doing research themselves by using our services. Our team provides these measures of transition progress for use by our agency customers, GSA management, providers, oversight organizations such as OMB and GAO, the media, and the public. We continue to provide innovative solutions in the interest of the program's success. Our team demonstrates a dedication and commitment to intergovernmental collaboration. As the EIS transition program nears its end, our federal agencies will achieve the benefits of transitioning their critical services to the largest government telecommunications contract in U.S. history, $55 billion, with the American taxpayer realizing benefits and savings up to 26%. On behalf of our team and GSA's EIS transition program, our federal agency customers, and industry partners, thank you again for recognizing our efforts through this award.
Hi, I'm Amy Faraj-Fejo, Manager of Digital.gov at the General Services Administration. Digital.gov is within the Technology Transformation Services at TTS. My pronouns are she, her, and I have shoulder-length blonde hair. I'm a recent breast cancer survivor, and my hair is growing back after treatment. You'll often find me working outside on my back porch like I am today. Thank you for this award. Communities are the heart and the soul of digital.gov. Every day, I'm thankful to be able to work with 9,200 community members across government to build better websites and digital services for the public. The Web Managers community held its first meeting on October 31st, 2000. A lot has changed since this first meeting, but our mission remains the same: to improve how the government interacts with the public online. For 22 years, GSA has championed the efforts of the federal web community. Digital.gov communities provide the tools and the guidance that agencies need to deliver effective and accessible digital services. In the past year, our communities have grown by more than 10%. When I first joined the federal government in 2005, one of the first things I did was to join the Web Managers community. The community has helped me grow professionally and personally, and I hope that it continuously pushes all of us to grow and to learn. The relationships we build and the guidance and mentorship we receive is priceless.
My name is Fedora Breiterman. I want to start by saying I'm truly humbled to be receiving this award together with my colleagues and grateful to the Service of the Citizen for recognizing our team. I currently work at the National Cancer Institute of the National Institutes of Health, but I spent more than 2 decades reaching Hispanics online and improving their access to reliable health information. I've had the privilege of working with several government agencies in the pursuit of making information in Spanish easy to read and easy to find. The multilingual community of practice is all about working together to deliver reliable information in other languages rather than English. And that means wearing many hats, because this community intersects with all other communities of practice in reaching multilingual audiences, from SEO to plain language to web design, to social media and everything in between. My proudest moment and most memorable experience is when chatting with a member of the Hispanic community. He mentioned that his family member was diagnosed with a benign tumor. He was extremely shaken and concerned. He thought benign was malign. The next day at the office, I made sure that the word benign was explained in every single instance. This small interaction made me even more aware on how critical it is to know how different audiences communicate when it comes to health matters, to use clear language and to be culturally sensitive. Thank you and congratulations to all the award winners today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jacob Parcell. My pronouns are he, him. I am a white male with brown hair and a beard. I am the Innovation Portfolio Director with the Technology Transformation Services, or TTS, in the General Services Administration. It's an honor and a privilege that in my position, I get to oversee these thriving networks with thousands of members that help agencies improve services to citizens while saving the government time and money. On behalf of all our community leads and members, thank you for this award.
Hello, my name is Jara Metter. My pronouns are she, her. I have shoulder-length brown hair, and I wear glasses. I lead Challenge.gov and CitizensScience.gov at the General Services Administration. These programs provide platforms and resources that help federal agencies connect directly with the American people. Agencies are using these platforms to run prize competitions, crowdsourcing campaigns, and citizen science projects. Each year, hundreds of projects are launched on topics ranging from monitoring water quality in neighborhoods to innovations in healthcare delivery models. There's an axiom that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Federal communities of practice have pushed crowdsourcing mechanisms farther than any one agency could do alone. The federal crowdsourcing and citizen science and challenges and prizes communities have a total membership of over 1,000 federal employees. And over the past 10 years, the members of these communities have come together to share knowledge, provide mentorship, and support. We were able to create these communities with the support and leadership of Digital.gov. And with their help, we've gone beyond just being a collective or network, and we've become a community of practice. And this has allowed us to grow and deliver value with our work. Thank you for this award and for the wonderful recognition. we stand on the shoulders of the many brave federal employees who are our community. This honor is theirs. Thank you.
My name is Jean Fox. I'm a user experience researcher at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I'm the chair of the User Experience Community Practice. It's a government-wide organization that provides training and other resources to those in the government who are doing user experience work to make the services and products that they build better for their own customers. So our team supports a number of communities, including a user experience community, and that allows us to work with people, for us doing user experience work across the government, so that we can share our lessons learned, we can share our challenges and help each other to do what we need to do, so that at each agency we can provide the products, services, and systems in a way that works for their users. One of the great things about this is that we're all kind of doing similar work, and by sharing what we've learned, we can learn from each other and we don't have to struggle alone. We can work together and learn from what others have done and not have to figure things out on our own. I am really excited at how much user experience is expanding in the government, because it's such a great way to better meet the user's needs. And the more that we can listen to our users and hear what they have to say and incorporate that into the things that we build, we can really provide better services and products overall. This is a wonderful award to recognize the importance of building community and encouraging people to work together across the government and not just struggle on their own. I am proud and honored to be receiving this award for customer service to the public.
Hi, I'm Catherine Spivey. My pronouns are she, her. I am a white female with Neil Gaiman-esque brown hair and blue eyes. I wear glasses and generally have my nose in a book. I work as a senior communications specialist in the Office of Strategic Communications at the General Services Administration. I'm also co-chair of the Plain Language Action and Information Network, PLAIN, the Plain Language Community of Practice. This is the second year in a row I've been awarded the Service to the Citizens Award for my plain language work. It's an honor to represent this community and its mission, because I have the best job in the federal government. I have the privilege of encouraging employees to write plain language across all federal departments and agencies. We have about 1,300 people in our community, and we are growing every day. People are eager to hear more about plain language and how they can help their agencies use it. Today, to get information about the government and its work, people have to use federal government websites. It's the federal government's job to make sure people can understand those websites. Not only do citizens have a right to understand what their government is saying, it's also a basic, essential customer service issue. GSA has supported DigitalGov's communities from the beginning. The support of our leadership has allowed Plain to grow, to hold our popular annual summits, our monthly meetings, and our agency training. During the pandemic, active DigitalGov communities and leaders adapted to the circumstances and embraced both the digital and virtual delivery worlds. This allowed all the communities to keep sharing the tools, the methods, the practices, and guidance that make it possible for federal agencies to deliver effective and accessible digital services.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Katina Stapleton, and I'm a program officer within the National Center for Education Research, Institute of Education Sciences, U.S. Department of Education. I'm honored to be here today with my colleague and friend, Catherine Spivey. Together, we are co-leads for the Plain Language Action and Information Network, otherwise known as PLAIN. The purpose of PLAIN is to work with federal government employees and help them achieve a standard. And this standard is to make sure all of our communications that are written are easily understandable by the American public. Our goal is to make sure our communications are understandable to people the very first time that they read it or hear it. Now you might be confused. Why do I say hear it when plain language is traditionally associated with the written word. In today's society, many people are actually hearing things that are written through something like a screen reader or through technology on their computer that transcribes the written word into voice. And so it is equally as important that people are able to hear things clearly as well as read them clearly. Plain language at its heart is about serving the audience. It is also about inclusiveness and accessibility. For our society to fully serve all citizens, it's important that all citizens be able to understand our communications. That's the inclusiveness. It's also important that all of our communications be accessible. And plain language is part of that. If people aren't able to understand the communications, it is no longer accessible. So as we continue in our journey towards a more plain communications, we want to make sure that we keep our citizens and serving them at the heart of what we do. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Laura Godfrey. My pronouns are she and her. I have shoulder-length brown hair and I often wear glasses. I lead the multilingual community of practice within the Technology Transformation Services at the General Services Administration. Thank you so much for this award. I have led this dedicated community for the better part of 17 years, and I am always impressed about the dedication of my colleagues in different agencies. We work as a team and often come together to solve language issues that transcend agency boundaries and set up guidance across the board. A couple of achievements that I would like to highlight tonight are working together to agree on a translation into Spanish of the CARES Act way back when the pandemic had just begun. We solved it in less than 1 day, and also issuing guidelines to access multilingual websites in a consistent manner. That guidance is soon to be added to the US web design system. None of this, though, would be possible without the support of Digital.gov, whose expertise we rely on to conduct webinars, publish guidance, and manage our listserv. I share this award with my Digital.gov and community colleagues. Thank you.
My name is Angeline Bowie, CDC Info Operations Lead with the COVID-19 Vaccination Hotline. My proudest moment was when we mapped the journeys of those contacting us that may have challenges accessing the vaccine, from those speaking limited English, to seniors with no internet access, to those with transportation issues. We really made sure to put ourselves in the shoes of our callers, iterating our scripts and processes countless of times to make sure we get them the most useful information for a vaccine that will save lives in communities that need it the most.
Hi, my name is Brad Myers and I'm a Senior Advisor with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Essential to addressing COVID, its spread, and the effects it can have on individuals and communities is the availability of vaccine and home testing kits, especially for those who have challenges accessing online resources. CDC Info, working with our contract partner Maximus, has answered approximately 500,000 calls through the Vaccination Assistance Hotline and submitted more than 300,000 orders for home test kits. We are grateful for the opportunity to provide these services to the citizen and for this recognition.
Hi, I'm Tom Naughton, President of Federal Health Services for Maximus.
And I'm Patrick McLaughlin, Vice President of Operations for Maximus and Program Lead for the Vaccine Hotline. Maximus is honored to be a strategic partner to the CDC with COVID-19 contact center operations. We were tasked by the White House to establish a COVID-19 vaccine hotline, ensuring equitable access to vaccine appointment systems for all citizens. In consultation with the White House, HHS, and CDC, Maximus staff launched a new hotline on time in just 7 weeks, including 20,000 program staff.
Maximus implemented an omni-channel contact center focused on those citizens with low to no internet access, those who spoke languages other than English, and socially vulnerable populations. A precedent has been set for what is possible in delivering rapid and high-quality response to contact center needs. The program's innovative technologies have changed the game for people in the U.S. seeking vaccine information and appointments, providing equitable access and helping save lives and returning to a new normal.
The FEMA COVID-19 Vaccination Support Team is honored and proud to be recognized for the 2020 2022 Service to the Citizen Award. FEMA and the Multi-Agency Task Force was charged by the National Strategy for COVID-19 Response and Pandemic Preparedness to establish a whole-of-America approach for community vaccination centers across the country, particularly in rural areas and underserved communities.
In partnership with DHS Procurement Innovation Lab, we leveraged best practices in procurement innovation to expeditiously award 2 national clinical vaccination support contracts in record time. This initiative supported federal, state, local, tribal, and territorial partners to assist, augment, and expedite vaccinations in the United States.
These services provided licensed healthcare professionals to facilitate rapid response to states' requests for COVID-19 vaccination support to citizens and refugees anywhere within the United States and its territories.
The team's dedication and their efforts to implement innovative techniques maximized the use of resources and streamlined the evaluation process to efficiently make award of these critically needed services. The national vaccination support contracts enhance the vaccination capabilities throughout the United States.
We thank the Service to the Citizen Award for this recognition.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When I arrived at ATF from my previous agency, I was surprised that there wasn't a Spanish language website. Given that we have an international presence, we took it upon ourselves as a team to advocate for having that made available to the public. I think that the work that it took for us to get there was considerable, but it was worth it in the end because we serve the people.
The first task was to identify the priority pages that we needed to translate over to a Spanish language site. We identified 100 pages initially. No one backed down from the challenge when we were presented the federal mandate. Everyone participated, everyone carried their weight. I had no slackers on that team, and I'm very, very proud of each one of them.
I was challenged with the opportunity to try to find volunteers who were willing to do this as a secondary duty, but they were dedicated and they were doing an amazing job.
I'm so proud that we launched in 2019 with over 450 web pages translated into Spanish, and that we sustained that progress over the following year with another additional 300 pages added to the site in Spanish.
And today, we're actually really successful because we have a large engagement rate on our Spanish site. There are approximately 750 pages that are posted right now. It provides our users with the information that they need. If I had to give advice to someone taking on a project like this, I would tell them to know your tool, know your team, know what your priorities are, and know your deadlines, because those things are important. If you do not know those, you will not be successful in this project. And once you know your tool, you're able to pretty much soar. Once you know your group, you're able to pretty much have the resources that you need to finalize things that you need done. Once you know your deadlines, you know this is when this is getting done. We are doing no exceptions. If we need to, it will be minimal, and you get it done.
Hi everyone, I'm Sanjay Koyani and I'm the Chief Technology Officer at the U.S. Department of Labor. I am passionate about usability and customer experience, and I've had the opportunity to spend the last 2 decades looking at how you can bring customer experience into federal programs. I was lucky to lead the team that created usability.gov, which was the first user-centered design website across government. One of my proudest moments at DOL is to bring this customer service mindset to the IT programs that we deliver. We have a lot of talented professionals who are leveraging technology to drive mission at the department. One thing I've been able to develop with our program is an innovation incubator where we put the customer first. Whenever we start an IT project, how do we think about the customer at the center of this and involve them in the process to define what's needed, and then iteratively build it out with them to ensure that we're meeting the right solution before we apply the IT. So whether we're speeding beneficiary decisions, seeing where we can place veterans in the right jobs, or harnessing the power of enforcement data to make better decisions. We're always putting the customer at the center and ensuring that they're helping us to drive how we create value.
My name is Thomas Flagg. I'm the director of the Directorate of Information Technology Operations and Services at the United States Department of Labor, Office of the Chief Information Officer. My role is responsible for leading the Enterprise Service Desk, IT Asset and Configuration Management, all things operations and network services, ensuring that taxpayers are receiving services from DOL, as well as all of the agencies have the ability to fulfill their respective missions. The award that I'm recognized for is Pandemic Response during the COVID-19, specifically related to operations and services for the department. And as mentioned in the work that my team is responsible for, again, they were quickly able to pivot during the start of the transition into COVID-19, whereby the Enterprise Service Desk and the IT Asset teams immediately started shipping laptops to users as we were onboarding them remotely. That sounds like a simple thing, but with the supply chain issues that we're all now aware of, we were able to make that happen almost seamlessly. And we also have enabled more ability to work from home, so to allow 90–95% of the department to be capable of working remotely through the use of tools like virtual private networking and other telephony to ensure that they can continue the work as if they were in the office while at home. Hats off to all of my team members for the work that they have done. I am recognized for the work, but it's really their efforts that made it possible for the department to continue to be capable of doing its work with a seamless transition. I'm extremely proud of the work of the Enterprise Service team, the Network Services team, the Operations team, and the IT Asset and Configuration Management teams, as well as the larger OCIO. Our pivot and ability to move quickly to address the needs of our customers is what makes it so possible and award-winning. And I'm thankful to be honored on behalf of the Department of Labor to be recognized for our efforts.
My name is Martin Zhu. I'm a federal project manager with OCIO. I'm responsible for developing and managing applications for Office of Workers' Compensation Program. That is a program that provides compensation for citizens with certain occupational illness. We had a sort of a challenge lately where the claimants for the energy program is having problems. Those are our nuclear scientists and their relatives. So they are relatively in the older age, not as sort of good with the modern technology. For all of these sacrifices that our nuclear scientists made to secure peace and prosperity for our nation and for our citizens, and then they are saddled with very serious occupational illness, cancer, etc. So I led a project to develop the digital signature capability that would allow the claimant to submit a form and then sign it directly online to start the claim process, just to make it a little bit easier for them. So working with the team and other teams within OCIO, we are able to develop and deploy that capability in 2 months. I felt like that's one of the little victories that makes me feel fulfilled, makes me feel that I've delivered value to the citizens. I'm very proud of that.
Hi, I'm Alicia Henderson, and I'm a Supervisory Benefits Advisor with the U.S. Department of Labor Employee Benefits Security Administration, EBSA, in the Atlanta Regional Office.
And I'm Candy Carter, a Benefits Advisor, also in the Atlanta Regional Office.
Our unit is responsible for responding to employee benefit plan inquiries, and we had a particular inquiry that involved a health benefit plan participant who needed a life-saving liver transplant. Time was of the essence, and I assigned this particular inquiry to Candy Carter because I know that she's professional, she's persistent, and timely.
Thank you, Alicia. After the inquiry was assigned to me, I quickly realized that this young mother of 3 was given 6 to 12 months to live, and 5.5 months have already passed. She had received treatment at a facility in preparation for her liver transplant surgery, only to be told that the facility wasn't covered and she needed to start her treatment somewhere else with a different provider that would be covered under the plan. We quickly sprang into action. We requested plan documents from the employer, reviewed them, worked as a team, and ensured that this participant received access to care. Her claims were paid. Her medication was covered. Reimbursements for travel was covered. Additionally, she was put on 2 transplant lists. And I'm happy to say that she has since had her surgery and is cancer-free. Alicia, thank you for trusting me with this inquiry. It was definitely the highlight of my career because this young mother's life was in our hands. I am grateful and honored to be a Service to Citizens Award recipient.
This was an extraordinary inquiry, but it represents the type of work that we do day in and day out. We make a difference in people's lives, and we're humbled and honored by this award, and we thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amanda Brooks, and I'm the Imaging Manager and Photographer for the Office of Art and Embassies with the U.S. Department of State. It is an honor for myself and my colleague Victoria C. to be recognized for our video series 3 Questions with the Service to the Citizen Award. What I'm most proud of about this series is that it's become a voice for our office to tell the story of how and why art matters in the world. It's so easy to see a finished piece and think that it popped into existence like that. Through these videos, we've been pulling back the mystery of how artworks are created. Promoting our American artists creates jobs and is an economic engine. And these conversations with artists let us go behind the curtain and understand how thoughtful and relevant their works are for culture in America.
My name is Victoria C., and I'm a Visual Information Specialist at the Office of Art and Embassies in the U.S. Department of State. I'm proud to say we've created a platform for an incredible array of American artists to speak directly about their work, from painters and photographers to quilters and sculptors to artists working in wax and artists pouring glass. Artists from New York and California and artists from Albuquerque and Okemos, Michigan, all talking about their journeys, their processes, their inspirations. Our office is committed to art as cultural diplomacy, and this video series helps bring the art off the walls and into the communities, making it accessible to audiences across the U.S. and around the world.
So thank you again for this award, and congratulations to all of the other recipients. It's an honor to be counted among you and your work.
Good evening. I'm Preeta Mehra, Chief Information Officer and Executive Vice President at the United States Postal Service. On behalf of the Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy, the members of our COVID-19 test kit distribution group, and more than 600,000 employees of the Postal Service, I would like to thank the Service to the Citizens Awards for this recognition of the hard work we are doing to deliver COVID test kits to the American people. When the White House approached the Postmaster General about distributing 500 million test kits to the American public, we were given 21 days to set in place a plan and execute a huge operation. Here's how we did it.
A quick, simple, and user-friendly online experience was created to handle 20 million orders per hour. A dynamic inventory turnover operation was created. Receiving 500 million test kits from the Department of Health and Human Services to 6 USPS surface transfer centers. Pallets of cartons containing kits were sent to 49 regional fulfillment centers. At peak, 18.3 million test kits were received a day, and we dispatched these to the fulfillment centers in 4 hours. At the 49 fulfillment centers, kitting operations were established, and employees were trained to execute a standardized end-to-end kitting and labeling operation. Finally, the USPS network expedited next-day and 2-day delivery of over 360 million test kits, fulfilling more than 90 million orders through 2 phases of the operation. Taking on the challenge, the Postal Service leadership and employees rose to the occasion. And we're still delivering.
Hi, on March 11, 2021, in the midst of the pandemic, the American Rescue Plan Act became law and made the child tax credit fully refundable. The Internal Revenue Service was tasked with establishing a program to send taxpayers advanced monthly payments of the credit and developing an online application to help taxpayers view and manage their payments.
A cross-organizational team worked together to prioritize features and create a release plan. Within just 3 months after the law was enacted, we successfully launched the Child Tax Credit Update Portal on June 21st.
This self-service application enabled taxpayers to perform the most critical tasks of checking their eligibility and managing their advance payments. It used consistent design standards and a mobile-optimized experience. We processed more than 2 million bank account updates, 2 million unenrollments, and 500,000 mailing address updates online.
These online updates improved accuracy and helped us get the advance payments to families via direct deposit or paper check. Providing these services online was critical during the pandemic, minimizing the burden on IRS call centers and empowering taxpayers.
By the end of 2021, 7 million different people used the Child Tax Credit Update Portal 40 million times. We sent more than $93 billion in 216 million advance payments to more than 54 million taxpayers. We're really proud to have delivered this critical support, helping families in the middle of the pandemic, and we're happy to be part of the 2022 Service to the Citizen Award. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bonnie Fuentes. I was the Executive Director, Case Advocacy and Intake Support for the Taxpayer Advocate Service. I recently retired after 45 years of service. The Taxpayer Advocate Service is an independent organization with the IRS. Our mission is twofold. We help taxpayers to navigate the IRS when they need assistance. In addition, we identify problems that affect multiple taxpayers, systemic issues. Many of these cases are very complex, and I've worked with my team to ensure that taxpayer rights were protected, resolutions were fair, and addressed any hardship issues that we identified during the course of working the issue. Working in the Taxpayer Advocate Service, you have the opportunity to interact and assist citizens every day. I've had the privilege of working on many projects over the years to improve service, such as working to assist taxpayers who've been the victims of identity theft and other processing issues. I also created the centralized case intake function within TAS that allowed taxpayers who needed assistance to get to TAS sooner, avoiding some of the delays getting through the IRS processes. Most recently, I worked with the IRS to provide updates and assistance to taxpayers as the IRS worked on recovering from the COVID emergency. Working for the Taxpayer Advocate Service, I have had the opportunity to help many citizens at a time when they needed it most. I am honored to be nominated and selected for this award. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I am Linda Chiro, Assistant Commissioner for Payment Management and the Executive Sponsor for the Payment Integrity Center of Excellence. Let me begin by first expressing my appreciation to be accepting a Service to the Citizens Award on behalf of the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Bureau of the Fiscal Services Payment Integrity Center of Excellence. The Payment Integrity Center of Excellence is proud to serve a wide variety of customers, ranging from Social Security Administration to the Department of Veterans Affairs to the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Internal Revenue Service. Beginning in May 2020, Fiscal Service was called upon to disburse an additional 166 million economic impact payments on behalf of the IRS, followed in early 2021 by an additional 322 million collectively for the second and third rounds of the economic impact payments, and 179 million advanced child tax credit payments. This all occurred while IRS was in the midst of 2 tax seasons that presented unique challenges in 2020 and 2021. At the same time, FEMA was called upon to roll out their COVID-19 funeral assistance program. One of the proudest moments during this challenging time came through partnering with IRS and FEMA to enhance the integrity of payments for hundreds of millions of payments, using every tool in our toolbox to make sure the payments were going to the right payee at the right place and at the right time. Some of those tools included innovative services which expanded because of the pandemic, such as our cross-government data analytics, which allowed IRS to send an additional 70.2 million payments electronically instead of paper checks, with a 99.6% accuracy rate, using payment information already on file for other agencies such as SSA and VA. And our account verification service, which allowed IRS to ensure bank accounts were open and authenticate ownership before sending a payment. And a data source called Electronic Verification of Vital Events, administered through National Association for Public Health Statistics and Information Systems, to provide authoritative verification of decedent information, as well as using a combination of all of these services to support IRS Taxpayer Protection Program Identity Theft Treatment Stream, which helped verify $3 billion in flagged payments for release to payees. Collectively, because of PICO's payment integrity services, in fiscal year 2021, over 250 million improper payments were prevented just for the IRS and FEMA. This team has truly been honored to work alongside their agency colleagues to have achievements that have had an innovative and transformative impact on millions of individuals across the United States. Thank you to the IRS and FEMA for being such tremendous partners, and thank you to the Service to the Citizens team for this honor.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Rigler. As the Office of Healthcare Innovation and Learning's Entrepreneur in Residence Fellow, I have the unique opportunity to help improve access to veteran healthcare through collaboration of remote patient monitoring solutions. Working with my colleagues across national program offices to reduce silos and redundancy has not come without its challenges. Defining sustainable funding and procurement pathways remains paramount for continued success. Developing guidance and policy has proven beneficial for the expansion of remote patient monitoring technology that will ultimately improve healthcare outcomes and quality of life for our nation's heroes. I am honored to continue to serve our veterans through partnership. Improving access for the right care at the right time and the right location is my passion. I would like to thank my colleagues for the award nomination and the Service to the Citizen for the recognition. Thank you.
My name is Eris McCautry-Gill, and I am the Executive Director of VA's Veterans Experience Office Employee Experience and Organizational Management Directorate. It's such an honor that our team was selected as a 2022 Service to the Citizens Award recipient for our efforts to improve the employee experience in the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Our team is so proud to be a part of an organization like VA that is working towards creating a world-class employee experience and at the same time helping other federal agencies do the same. Ultimately, VA's efforts to improve EX will directly impact the customer experience for veterans, their families, caregivers, and survivors. In order to deliver an excellent customer experience, we must invest in and show some love internally to our VA family. In partnership with offices across the department, our team is working to create and implement tools and resources that enhance our team members' experiences. These can be from the time they are thinking about joining VA to when they consider leaving and everything in between. The intent is for these efforts to ensure our team members feel valued, feel a sense of belonging, and continue to feel close to the best mission in government. In a recent human-centered design interview with a VA team member, they expressed their appreciation for having an additional opportunity to openly share about their specific experience. They felt heard. Connecting with people in this way, letting them know we care, and demonstrating a commitment to taking action based on what they share is what this work is all about. It's an exciting time for us as we collectively work to provide easy, effective, and emotionally resonant experiences for our fellow VA team members at the VA.
Thank you,
Thank you, Service to the Citizens.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Rollins, and I am an Innovation and Extended Reality Specialist for the Veterans Health Administration. However, that's not where my journey began. In 2017, I started working for the VA on a post-surgical ward, and as a new registered nurse, noticed pretty quickly that I didn't have many options available for pain and anxiety management. Long story short, I trialed first use of virtual reality, a type of extended reality, as a positive distraction from pain and anxiety in 2018. That project has since grown a lot. While I was one of only a few in 2018 to 2019 looking into extended reality as a clinical tool, we have now created the VHA Extended Reality Network, with over 1,000 VA employees engaged and over 160 VA facilities using or planning use of extended reality. And though there are many stories I could tell you about veteran response to virtual reality, I'll tell you one of my favorites. A wheelchair-bound Army veteran with chronic pain and cognitive impairment was often restless, agitated, frustrated. She was a resident in our long-term care facility. One day, we introduced her to virtual reality. Imagine now a wheelchair-bound Army veteran who feels trapped by her immobility and confusion, getting to walk through the forest again, climb rocks, walk along the beach, see birds, butterflies, and deer. This patient was beyond excited. Her face became a smile. She couldn't stop twisting in her chair to try to see more and more of the virtual environment. She told us about how she used to volunteer at a local nature center. Virtual reality as a clinical tool improved this patient's quality of life, even if only temporarily, by transporting her to a reality where her negative stressors do not exist. So when I have veterans say to me, with disbelief, "The VA does that? I didn't know they offered things like that." I say, yes, we do. And we hope to do so much more.
I wanted to take this time to thank you so much for this award, and also to tell you one of the things I'm most proud of getting to be a part of what we get to do with immersive technology in the Office of Healthcare Innovation and Learning at the VA, and that is getting to provide for our veterans solutions that we know that work. So we have data to support use of extended reality and virtual reality in areas such as creative arts. And then we put out communications about how we're getting to use that for veterans at multiple sites. And then we hear from veterans saying, is that at my site? Is it available? Could I get that at my site? Could I work with my clinician and use emerging technology and virtual reality? And the opportunity to then offer that type of care to the veterans because that's what they asked for, that's a greatest honor and so much fun. So thank you again, and looking forward to seeing what's next.
I'm Lieutenant Brandon Whisker from the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office in Colorado. In 2021, the Colorado Joint Assembly created an act to assist defendants in securing release from jail through the bonding process with House Bill 21-1280. The Arapahoe County mission statement is enhancing your quality of life through exceptional delivery of services and efficient use of public funds, which pairs perfectly with the Sheriff's Office mission statement of committed to quality service. Therefore, the Sheriff's Office partnered with the Arapahoe County Information Technology Digital Service Team to create a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week, online, fully remote bonding process and completed those missions. The county determined the intention of the legislation was more than just paying a bond online because the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office already had an online payment option. The Arapahoe County team went above and beyond the letter of the statute to implement a fully electronic and remote bond process to ensure family and friends would successfully post bonds from any location, any time of day. This achievement also benefits inmates in providing a quicker release because they do not have to wait for others to travel to the detention center or wait in line. The initiative included creating a user-friendly and convenient set of tools that supported users in looking up inmates' charges and bonds, selecting one or many bonds to request, submitting signed bond paperwork and verifications, and paying the bond any time of day from any location. We had one citizen successfully use the online option to save a trip from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Centennial, Colorado, an approximately 30-hour drive or an airline ticket and a 4.5-hour flight resulted in collateral cost savings to the person and quicker release for the inmate. Both bond agents and citizens may use this service to pay bonds to alleviate the need to travel to the jail and wait in line. I've been working for the Sheriff's Office for over 20 years. I've seen older citizens, parents, young children, and infants in our lobby waiting to bond someone. This has occurred during all hours of the day, night, and inclement weather. The fact that we were able to give an option to alleviate that burden makes me feel like it could help people who are put in a difficult position, but still trying to help their friends or family.
Hi, I'm Perla Nee, and I'm so proud to support all of the government leaders that are here tonight. You have been working so hard every day to meet the needs of the public, including underserved communities. You help people who don't know how to navigate government systems, who don't have a computer, who may not have internet, and who are trying to enroll in government programs on a tiny cracked screen phone whose battery is running low. I applaud the leaders in this room who can put themselves in the shoes of a low-income single mom with 2 kids, who works as a housekeeper in the morning, a nanny in the afternoon, and is taking evening community college classes. And I'm so proud to support the leaders in this room, such as the Department of Health team from Minnesota, who worked tirelessly to ensure that people got a chance to get vaccinated. We launched COVID mobile clinics to go where people didn't have access to doctors, to rural areas of the state, and notify people by text messaging when the mobile van was going to be in their area. You engaged people via text messaging and voice calls in English, Spanish, Hmong, and Somali. And more than 650,000 vaccinations were given after people received your communications. And we're also really proud to support the leaders at the State of Illinois DHS. DHS and the governor launched Call for Calm, a free mental health referral line in English and Spanish for Illinois residents to get mental health assistance when the clinics were closed. So thank you to all the amazing leaders in this room who have made customer experience inclusive of everyone. We look forward to supporting more of your exceptional work meeting the needs of underserved communities in our country. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Noel Hara, Chief Technology Officer for NTT Data's public sector. It's an honor to be nominated for this prestigious award. COVID-19 disrupted all of our lives, shutting down businesses, retail stores, and schools. I'm the father of twins and my parents were educators, so I knew getting students back into the classroom safely was critical to learning and mental health. This inspired my team to create an easy-to-use COVID-19 testing and reporting application. Our smart back-to-school app schedules tests, securely collects results and demographics, provides alerts and reports, and starts tracing positive cases within school communities immediately. Controlling the spread of COVID-19 is a dynamic variable, but we've prepared to quickly adjust and help school administrators manage changing requirements and keep students safe. At Colorado State University Pueblo, for example, we helped cut positivity rates from 20% to under 1%, safely resuming campus operations in just 6 weeks. Mitigate exposure through user health QR codes scanned at campus-wide checkpoints, and increase the rate of testing and reporting from 1,300 tests a quarter to about 1,000 tests per week. Of course, different communities have different challenges. Since the start of the pandemic, we've helped the New York City Department of Education facilitate distance learning for 1.2 million students and teachers by imaging and distributing laptops and tablets. The world is unpredictable, but our commitment to being agile means we are ready for whatever comes next. NTT Data's portfolio includes applications and programs to help maintain a safe and healthy learning experience.
Hello, I'm Bill Curtis Davidson, co-director of the Partnership on Employment and Accessible Technology, also known as PEAT. PEAT is an initiative funded by the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Disability Employment Policy and managed by the Wheelhouse Group.
And I'm Ashley Coffey, an emerging technology accessibility consultant at PEAT. We envision a future where all workplace technologies are born accessible so that everyone can succeed in their careers.
This includes extended reality, also known as XR technologies. XR is an umbrella term for virtual, augmented, and mixed realities, each of which is becoming more common in today's hybrid workplaces.
The PEAT team is proud to contribute to a future where XR is created and used in accessible ways. By collaborating with others who are passionate about inclusive XR, we have been able to build awareness and are excited to see enthusiasm. For example, PEAT and the XR Association collaborated on a joint white paper called The Inclusive XR in the Workplace, and it highlights the potential of XR to support inclusive and accessible work environments across industries. This white paper is designed to help organizations navigate the adoption of immersive tech as a part of their digital transformations.
Pete also developed the Inclusive XR and Hybrid Work Toolkit to help employers better understand how to consider accessibility when procuring and implementing XR technologies. We are delighted that these Pete resources have already spurred a lot of dialogue in the industry and are proud of the momentum we're helping our client to create in emerging technology accessibility.
Thank you for shining a spotlight on the importance of inclusive XR by honoring us with this meaningful award.